It's soft, and as you can see, it just pulls apart. That is beautiful. That is really nice. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name is Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make this delicious rosemary and garlic flat pork. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make this really delicious flattened pork. This recipe is easy, but it's also really tasty as well. Flattened pork makes a really nice dinner, but it also makes a really delicious snack. I've had it for leftovers the next day and I ate it cold, and it was just as good cold as it was hot. So the first thing I've done for this recipe is I've got myself 500 grams of minced pork, and to that I am going to add about 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. So I'm just going to pour those in. And then I'm also going to add a teaspoon of garlic granules, and I've also got about, well, I had a handful of fresh rosemary which I just chopped up and I've put into this bowl, and I'm just going to break that up and I'm going to put that into the bowl as well. And then I'm going to add salt and pepper to this. So salt and pepper to your taste. We do like to season our meat quite well in this house, but if you only like a little bit, then only use a little. But we do like to season, as I've said. So I've got a couple of pinches of salt and some pepper, and I'm going to go and dampen my hands. I've dampened my hands, and now I'm going to scrunch all of these ingredients together. And the reason I dampen my hands is so that the ingredients don't stick too much to my hands, and they tend to stay in the bowl. So as I said, I'm just going to scrunch everything together until everything is well mixed into the meat, and I think that's done. And now I'm going to go and get myself a chopping board, some greaseproof paper and a rolling pin. As you can see, I've grabbed a rather large chopping board. I've also got 2 pieces of greaseproof paper which are about the same size. It doesn't have to be an exact size, but about the same size is okay. And then I've also got a rolling pin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the meat onto the chopping board, and I'm going to squash it down between the 2 pieces of greaseproof paper. I'm going to roll this out until it's completely flattened, and then I will put this into the fridge. But I'm just going to keep rolling this minced pork mixture until it's completely flat. As you can see, I've flattened the pork mince as evenly as I possibly can, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this into the fridge for a couple of hours. Once this has been in the fridge for a couple of hours, I will preheat my oven, and I will put a baking sheet in at the same time, so that when the cold pork hits the hot baking sheet, once the oven is preheated, it will start to cook immediately, and we'll get a lovely crispy outside and a beautiful soft inside. So the outside normally goes quite crispy with this, and the inside of the meat stays quite soft, so it's beautiful. So yes, I'm off to put this into the fridge for a couple of hours. You can put this in the fridge overnight if you wanted to, so you could make this the day before and then all you have to do is pop it in the oven. But I only have a couple of hours today, so as I said, I'm off to pop this into the fridge. As I mentioned earlier, I preheated my oven to 200 degrees and I put a baking sheet in at the same time while the oven was preheating. Once the oven had preheated, I removed the baking sheet. I've popped the flattened minced pork onto the baking sheet, and I'm now going to put this into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the pork goes a lovely golden brown colour and the juices run clear. Pork has been in the oven for about 25 minutes and it's shrunk down, as you can see. It's also gone a lovely golden brown colour on top. I'll see if I can pull that out for you. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Right, here we go. Yeah, so it's gone a lovely golden brown colour and it's shrunk down and the juices are running clear. They've actually all run into the greaseproof paper. So I'm going to take this out, I'm going to leave it to cool, then I will try some and let you know how it tastes, but this smells so good right now. I left the portical and I've cut it up and I've put it onto this plate, and I will give some of this a try in a moment. But before I do, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or any comments, then please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out and I would really appreciate it. So as I said, I'm going to give this a try now. It smells really good. Right, so round the edge has gone like quite crispy, and then in the middle is soft, and as you can see it just pulls apart. That is beautiful. That is really nice. So we're going to be having some of this for our dinner this evening, and I am really looking forward to it. That's how you make this delicious flat pork, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll be watching my next video.